welcome to part 4 of ASMR Bedtime Stories. I hope you are tucked in tight and ready for today's spooky bedtime story. Time to turn off the lights, grab your comfiest blanket, and let's cue the rain sounds. As I stepped off the plane onto the sun-kissed tarmac, I couldn't help but feel a surge of excitement. This was the first time I would be staying with my grandparents on the island. They had recently purchased a cozy home here, and the thought of spending a week exploring its secrets filled me with anticipation. My parents waved goodbye, their smiles filled with a mix of relief and adventure. They were embarking on their own vacation, leaving me in the care of my beloved grandparents. I couldn't have asked for a better way to spend my time away from school. As we drove through the winding island roads, a sense of tranquility washed over me. The vibrant hues of lush greenery and the salty scent of the sea mingled together, creating an intoxicating atmosphere. My grandparents' stories about the island's rich history and mystical legends had captivated my imagination, and now I had the chance to experience it firsthand. The first night, as I settled into the guest room, I couldn't help but notice a peculiar sensation. It felt as if eyes were watching me, lurking in the shadows of the room. Trying to shake off my unease, I turned on the TV to distract myself. The room was filled with the flickering glow, and I nestled under the covers, hoping for sweet dreams to whisk me away. As I lay there, my heart skipped a beat. The TV, which I had carefully turned off moments ago, suddenly sprang to life. The volume blared through the room, and I jumped up, my pulse racing. I fumbled with the remote, desperately trying to restore silence to the eerie atmosphere. Finally, with the press of a button, the room fell into stillness once again. I tried to convince myself it was a mere glitch, a trick of technology, but deep down, a seed of fear had taken root. I drifted off to sleep, but my dreams were restless, plagued by flickering images and disembodied voices. The following morning, I awoke to the gentle caress of sunlight streaming through the curtains. Determined to brush off the previous night's unsettling events, I decided to explore the island's secrets. I made my way to the backyard, where an ancient oak tree stood tall and proud. As I approached, the swing hanging from one of its sturdy branches caught my eye. It swayed gently, despite the absence of any breeze. I watched, mesmerized, as it moved back and forth, defying all logic. There was no explanation for its motion, and a chill ran down my spine. I hesitated, unsure whether to approach the swing or retreat to the safety of the house. Curiosity won over fear, and I cautiously reached out to touch it. The worn ropes felt cool against my fingertips, and as I gave the swing a gentle push, a shiver ran down my spine. It moved on its own accord, as if beckoning me to join in its ghostly dance. My heart pounding, I backed away, unable to fathom the inexplicable forces at play. The island's secrets were revealing themselves in strange and unsettling ways, and I couldn't help but wonder if I had stumbled upon something far beyond my understanding. The following day, I found myself tidying up the guest room. The toys I had scattered across the floor now lay in an orderly fashion, waiting to be returned to their rightful places. As I carefully placed each toy in its designated spot, a sense of accomplishment washed over me. But as I turned around to admire my handiwork, A chill crept up my spine. The toys, the exact ones I had just put away, were scattered on the floor behind me, as if mocking my efforts. A mixture of confusion and unease settled in my chest. How could this be? I had been the only one in the room, and all of this had happened without a sound. There was no logical explanation for the toy's defiance. I took a deep breath, trying to steady my trembling hands with a determined resolve. I picked up the toys once again and returned them to the shelves. I closed the closet door, hoping to seal away the unsettling presence that seemed to linger in the room. As the day wore on, I continued to find toys mysteriously appearing on the floor. It was as if an unseen force delighted in challenging my understanding of the world around me. Fear gnawed at my insides, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. The house, once a sanctuary of comfort and familiarity, now seemed to hold secrets that I was not meant to uncover. Whispers danced through the air, and shadows seemed to elongate, reaching out for me with unseen hands. Each night, as I lay in bed, the house came alive with inexplicable sounds. Footsteps echoed in the hallway, though no one was there. Whispers brushed against my ears, their words indiscernible, yet filled with a haunting presence. I pulled the covers tightly around me, seeking solace in their protective embrace. On the final day of my stay, I ventured into the attic. The must scent of old memories filled the air. As I climbed the creaking stairs, the feeling of being watched intensified. Dust particles danced in the slivers of sunlight, casting an otherworldly glow upon the forgotten treasures of the past. Among the boxes and trinkets, I stumbled upon a faded photograph. It depicted a family, their smiles frozen in time. I recognized my grandparents, younger and carefree, but there was another figure, a woman whose features were obscured due age and exposure to sunlight. Her eyes seemed to bore into mine, filled with a mixture of sorrow and longing. A shiver ran down my spine as a realization washed over me. The island, with its enchanting beauty, held secrets that transcended the boundaries of the living. The inexplicable occurrences, the flickering TV, the swing, the mischievous toys, were cries from a world beyond our own, a plea for recognition and understanding. As I boarded the plane to return home, I carried with me the weight of the island's secrets. Though I may never fully comprehend the nature of the supernatural forces that dwell there, I know that the memories and experiences would forever be etched upon my soul. The island, once a place of innocent wonder, had revealed its hidden depths to me. And as I glanced back at its shores, I couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the opportunity to have glimpsed a world where the boundary between the living and the departed was blurred. A world where mysteries lay, waiting to be unraveled by those brave enough to seek them.